Okie dokie, folks, here we are inside Allmother, I guess, basically, the heart of the mountain in the Nora lands, where we found one of those cradles where they produced the first of the new humans. We are just now trying to figure out what went wrong with this place, I guess. We're just trying to find Aloy's mother, where, lots of mysteries to solve. And apparently there is a message for Dr. Sobek, so we're gonna get some big lore bombs right now. Ooh.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly.
Oh no.
3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature.
What? Yeah.
Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur.
Yes.
So before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload.
Oh
The
no.
resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well.
No.
While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Ah.
The derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While
Oh.
high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message.
Wow.
Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia.
Yes. Yes.
Elizabeth, this is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted.
Yeah.
If that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end.
Oh no, Gaia, no.
No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Well, hot damn.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine.
Not what I would have taken away from that,
Born in destruction.
but okay.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Damn, okay. That explains a lot, but once again, I have a ton of questions in place that I'm gonna have to... I think we'll save until I'm out of this place so I can kind of mull over some of the things I have to say, but... Goddamn, finally one of these, like, here's what happened in the past things, which at least had a hopeful note to it. The fact that maybe, like, at first I was like, of course you noticed my, like, no, not Gaia too, which isn't too shocking, given that there's no sign of Gaia anywhere. That, of course, Gaia was ruined as well, I guess. But the fact that the game's like, hey... maybe you can actually restore Gaia. That'd be kind of cool. Like, I'm really hoping in all this doom and gloom of this, like, previous Earth stuff, I hope they stick to that, and that's how this game, like, I don't know, ends maybe, with Gaia restored. That would be a great hook for, like, because I don't know what Horizon Forbidden West is going to be about, but if it's, like, Gaia's back, and you're, like, working alongside Gaia to, like... fix up things in the sequel, that'd be sick. Yeah, but I can't, like, okay, sorry, I'm already, like, just standing around and talking because my mind is, like, racing to understand everything here. Let's just focus on clearing this facility, and then I'll talk on the way to, Bitter Cliff, was it? Yeah. Operations log. E9. Okay, ooh. Are these years? 23, 26? Inhabitants released. Cross-check complete. Alright. It's like they're in an airplane. E9 sealed. E9 data archived. E9 operations suspended. Okay. So this is the original event that we saw those... last episode we saw all those holo recordings of. The first humans manufactured here and released... were these people. Then, 700 years later, 3020, G-Prime order received, E9 runtime recommenced, G-Prime store query processed, gestation order received, E9 initializing, alert, G-Prime offline. Is that how quickly Gaia got rocked by Hades? So she managed to put out the order to create Aloy in, like, this, like, minute, I guess. Alert! E9 nutrients depleted. Alert! Zygote banks depleted. That's true, we found out that they ran out of, like, supplies here. Store file? LK1A14510 viable. Waking multiservitor B123. Alert! Multiservitor B123 power malfunction. Multiservitor B123 repair tasking. LK1A14510 processed. B1001 chamber repaired. LK1A14510 attached. That's the file. Presumably a file on Sobek. Gestation initiated. 320 later that day, E9 power save initiated. A year later, E9 runtime recommenced. Alert, G-Prime still offline. LK1A14510 viable. Waking multiservitor B123. Alert, multiservitor B123 power function. Multiservitor B123 repair tasking. LK1A14510 delivered. Let's see. Accessing G-Prime instructions. Multiservitor B123 transport tasking. E9B1 hatch unsealed. LK1A1 positioning successful. E9B1 hatch sealed. Alert. Multiservitor B123 power malfunction. E9 sealed. E9 operation suspended. Okay, so in 320, that's when Gaia sent this signal to create Aloy. A year later, Aloy was created, and this multi-servitor that still was apparently working carried baby Aloy out, left it outside to be found. And then, I don't know what happened to poor B123. I don't know where they found, if all the banks were deleted. I don't know where they found this. Maybe there was a backup just for Elizabeth Sobek, or maybe, like, if the robots outside were still functioning, like maybe an order was sent for them to bring the supplies needed to manufacture Aloy. I don't know. But let's do a quick... We now have a chance to... We now have a chance to build a timeline of how long it's been since the end of the world and since Aloy was created, present day. So let's see, Bandasea incident was... Oh gosh, it doesn't say what year. That's too bad. I'm sorry, this is probably not super interesting, but like, give me like a freaking damn minute here, guys. I want to kind of get a little bit of an understanding what happened here. 64. Okay, 64 got the recall alert. '64 was when the mobilization against the machines happened. 2064. So 300 years after that was when the first people came out. Okay. 1,000 years later almost was when Aloy was created. And a year after that. And so it's like, I know, like, Aloy's like 20 years old, I'd imagine, about. I'm not sure how old she is, but let's say like 18 to 20. This would be like about 30, 40 where we're living now, which is, yeah, freaking almost 1,000 years after the annihilation. By the way, of course someone will point out, you could have probably, you know, also done the math all the way back at Maker's End, Pharaoh Industries. Oh, sorry, I just realized. Hold on, let me just move my mic a little closer. I don't know if that matters all that much, but here we go. Yeah. You could have done that math already back in Pharaoh Industries when they were like, "Welcome, Elizabeth Sobek. You are so and so many days late." Like, you could absolutely do the math there and figure out how many years those days were that Elizabeth was late. Ooh. But that math was way too hard for me. This math right here, much more something I could do in my head. So, yay. Good job working all of that out. Oh no! Ow! A little awkward, but sure. Nothing to find here at the bottom, I guess. Okay. Oh, we're climbing instead. Yeah. So that also, that log we just read, that... Come on. No. How do I jump there? Come on. How do I do this now? Hold on now. Come on now. That log also answered one of the questions I was going to say, which is, when did that message get sent by Gaia? Which described, you know, the event happening, the unknown signal, and, you know, all the assistant programs being broken off, and becoming AIs of their own, you know, Hades going nuts, which is finally answered why that happened, although not fully, of course. Like, why, we don't know. What the signal was, we don't know. My initial impression, since the message was meant for Elizabeth Sobek, I thought that it was like, you know, back in the day, but no, now we know it was actually... It wasn't really meant for Sobek, it was meant for Aloy, that message that Gaia made. So this event actually happened only, you know, 20 years ago in this game's timeline.
Going to be interesting.
Is this where we started? I think it is. Maybe? Think so? I think so, anyway. So it's only been 20 years since everything went kind of wrong, which makes sense because they talk about, yeah, the derangement of the machines. So that was when the connection was severed, and they just kind of started going nuts, you know, just a few years ago. So yeah, it all adds up. It raises a shit ton more questions, but once again, I'm going to have to save that for a little bit later. Oh, still here, everybody? Okay. We good? We still friends?
Aloy, forgive.
Oh.
God spoke to you?
Oh, now they believe in Aloy because she did this crazy
What did she say?
stunt.
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
Aw.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
Oh, okay.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora. Up.
Yeah. This is a little much.
Anointed of the Nora.
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger.
Damn. Spitting hot
It's
fire.
worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
Yeah, good guy Varl.
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be.
Okay, enough, but okay.
Nora, make way for Aloy, that she may forge the path for others to follow.
You know what? Yeah, okay. We'll work on this. I like that Tirsa gets it. But, you know, she's kind of like, okay, well, look, we gotta play it up a little bit, Aloy. Broke the siege of Allmother. Alright, that was the Achievo we got there. Huh, alright then. Yeah, okay, so game's not done. Yeah, I wasn't sure, because, you know, it could have been a great, like, how we got here thing to end the game as we came here. Back to where it all started. But, no. Not quite yet. Well, actually, I want that. It's you know, double shot sounds kind of funny as well. You know, just boinking with 2 arrows. Honestly, yeah, I kind of get that. But concentration plus is just so basic good. I'm just gonna get that. I've been running out on concentration so many times. You know, I gotta get that. I can't not. Yeah. Can we still chat it up with some of our buddies? The mountain that fell. Ooh. That's dramatic. Aloy journeys to the ruins of Gaia Prime in search of the Master Override, her only hope to defeat Hades. Well, goodness. We're still in the All-Mother map. Got it. Alright. Hey, Tirsa.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
Yeah.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
How's the Nora doing?
The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers.
Cool.
I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
Yeah. Uh-oh, this is actually... Oh, man. I didn't think about this. This is going to be a little heavy, isn't it? Talking about Rost.
Tirsa, I want to know Rost.
Yeah, I knew it.
Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Yeah, there might not be another time. So freaking strap in, everybody. It's story time with Tirsa.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
Huh.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids. A band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Yeah, what's up with Mother's Vigil?
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
Oh no.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6
Ah,
years old.
okay. I thought it'd be too... That's good. It would have been too obvious if it was Aloy too, but, you know, something that sounds a little bit like Aloy, Alana. I see. Did the Nora go after the Outlanders?
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
That's really weird. Okay. What the heck? Alright, well, yeah, what happened to Rost's daughter?
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed.
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats. And
Jeez.
left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
And Rost was like, nuh-uh. And he crossed the border. That's right. Well, let's hear it. What did Rost do?
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Oh, okay.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
Oh gosh. That's like a seeker, but like double the metal. What the heck is that?
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The
Okay.
ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care.
Okay.
The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother.
What?
He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But he did come back. I'm very confused what this ritual is. I think it's all supposed to be symbolic, because I can't figure out what kind of voodoo zombie body swapping was going on otherwise. I think it's some kind of symbolic thing, I have to assume. Which would also explain why he was able to come back, so let's talk about that.
But Ross did return.
Yes, a full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very outlanders that Rost pursued.
Interesting. So Rost... Oh no, I see. Rost didn't fail his mission, but he did cause this one brave to, like, become exiled, and that's probably why he felt guilty enough to go into exile, or, like, become an outcast himself. Maybe. I don't know. We'll probably just listen to the story instead of me making wild guesses.
So, Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West.
Wow.
The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
So why was he made an outcast? It was his own choice to solve this difficult position? Like, okay, you know what, never mind, I'm just gonna go live in this hut.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a death seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
Until you gave me to him, yeah.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice.
Okay, Tirsa, that's a little...
And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift, and never a burden.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story.
Yeah, that was pretty heavy stuff, but I appreciate getting it all the same at last. Good heavens. Alright, well, this is, I guess, bye for now.
It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Aw.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Aw, that was really sweet. God damn. As rough as that story was, that was kind of cute, that ending there. Yeah.